All right. Hello, everybody. Bonus content. Okay, that must be like that little extra story I quote unquote unlocked. I see. So there's more of those. Hello, Void Dweller, Jess, G-chan, Oe. Welcome back to 4208 and G-chan. Oh, God. Jess, oh God, you too. Oh God, if you're sleepy, if 18 hours. Oh God. Seriously, if you're that sleepy, please get some sleep, or at least, I don't know, feel free to fall asleep during the video. Oh God. I don't want you to miss out on that much sleep. That's terrifying. Oh God. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. Last time, we went around with Achi, found out he doesn't know too much. That hurt my brain a bit. And we also learned about his freaking Yakuza-like rivals. Like, holy shit, damn. Looks like he has a couple of bosses to go through on his route, doesn't he? And yeah, we also learned on Osawa's side, his police friend, or not really friend, companion, who he looks okay, but if there's any kind of magic or supernatural shit in this story, it's gonna be with that guy. Because we, in that extra story, in the bonus content there, we saw him like taking all kinds of crazy shit out of his pocket, like he's like freaking Inspector Gadget and some shit. And oh my God. And now everyone's path, literally everyone's path, is being blocked off by Minorikawa, who has a fateful encounter with Osawa's Kareny wife, Ai. Let's see if we can get him to completely avoid that cafe. Alright, let's get back into it. Justice! Minorikawa stood on the sidewalk, weighing his options. Chiaki's phone call had thrown him for a loop. He had expected her to be anxious about doing interviews, but wow, she was a real basket case. Hello, Zarmegas. Still, that didn't change the fact that he had a schedule of his own to keep. The surveillance camera story had to be his top priority. Chiaki would just have to find some way to fumble through things on her end. He headed on down Dogonzaka, scanning his surroundings as he went. There were cameras set up on streetlights all over the place. All different models, too. There were so many it was hard to believe he'd never noticed them before. One over there, another just over here. Electronic eyes peering down on the passerbys from high above, where they were tougher to spot. If that lady is Chiaki, yeah. The one they came across earlier. Just how were the people who came to Shibuya reacting to this situation?
Hey, you there!
Minorikawa called out to a man riding by on a bicycle.
Hey, you! Stop!
The man, I wonder who this is. Taisei Ya... I'm sorry, it just keeps happening. Taisei Yasuda, proprietor of a knick-knack shop in Udagawacho. Roughly 30 minutes earlier, while he was wandering along the JR tracks picking up lost and abandoned items, Achi oh, it's that guy that Achi ran into. Achi foisted his trash onto him, so he's in a bit of a foul mood. Since then, he's been going along on his bicycle, still picking up things from the roadside. There's a trunk on the back of his bike where he stores his finds. Huh? Oh, what's the matter? He asked.
Hi! The name's Minoru Minorikawa, Ultimate Reporter. I'm a freelance writer.
Okay.
I'm just doing interviews for a magazine, and I'd like to talk to you.
A magazine? Which one?
4-star General Gossip.
Minorikawa did his best to sound proud. Oh, well, I'm actually in a bit of a hurry here. Minorikawa soldiered on.
See that?
He pointed at one of the nearby surveillance cameras. What? The man asked. The blimp? I wonder if the blimp... I wonder if they're going to spread the virus through a blimp. A type of aircraft that floats using the lift provided by an enormous envelope filled with lighter-than-air gas. This envelope, the balloon, is often used for corporate advertising. This particular blimp has been puttering about the skies above Shibuya since last night. A massive blimp was indeed drifting slowly overhead.
No, the camera!
The camera watched them both in uncaring silence. Oh, that. What about it?
What do you mean, what about it? Those cameras have been installed all throughout Shibuya. They're taking in anything and everything. Privacy be damned.
A shocked pallor came to the man's face. Oh, really? He muttered uneasily to himself. I guess I should be careful next time I go picking stuff up.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Minorikawa asked. Oh, nothing. Just stuff.
Way to dodge the question entirely.
Anyhow, I think there are some good things about the cameras too, the man said hurriedly.
Oh?
Minorikawa asked.
Such as?
Well, I mean, they must have helped catch some crooks, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Oh, I am? The man looked shocked to have his own statement confirmed.
Are you hiding something from me?
Huh? No, nothing in particular. The man shook his head vehemently. Nothing at all, really. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Well, whatever.
Minorikawa said.
In any case, even if the cameras are helping in arresting criminals, there are some places where people just don't want to be watched. For justice!
What?
For instance, how would you like it if someone set up a security camera inside your home?
What do you mean?
I mean, a burglar might try to get into your home. If you had a security camera, you could be alerted right away.
Isn't that kind of an extreme argument?
No! You're the one making the extreme argument here!
Oh my god! Minorikawa, you're so silly. What? The man stared, bewildered.
You're saying if it's okay for folks to film people around town, as much as they might like, but not to take a look inside people's houses.
I mean, yeah? Yeah, I guess I am, the man mumbled. Minorikawa snorted.
You don't think too deeply about things, do you?
He mocked. The man huffed in indignation. I don't see the problem, he said. I mean, it's a normal enough opinion. You want to bring down crime, but also protect privacy.
Well, yeah. So?
So if they're just gonna set up cameras around town, I'm okay with that. Minorikawa grinned inwardly.
You're being naive.
He said.
Way too naive.
Naive about what? By now, the man was getting worked up.
Once you start letting people watch you some of the time, you'll eventually let them do it more and more. That's how the world works. A simple change in camera angles all it'll take to steal the last traces of your privacy away.
That's kind of funny coming from you. Doesn't 4-star general gossip get its scuttlebutt by invading the privacy of others? Minorikawa, what the fuck are you doing, man? Since when are you people concerned with personal privacy?
Meaning what exactly?
Minorikawa asked. You know damn well what I mean. Have you no shame?
I've got nothing to be ashamed about.
Minorikawa exclaimed. Seriously. Yeah, totally Chi-chan's slippery slope fallacy.
If some celebrity scandal breaks, I wrote it up in the form of a top-class socially conscious expose. That's the Minorikawa seal of quality.
Ding! The man rolled his eyes. Oh my god! Please, as if anyone's ever heard of that. So it's okay for you, but when other people do it, it's bad? Jeez, that's not a very good argument.
Your everyday freelance reporter would say something about how security firms have no right to use cameras to disrupt personal privacy. But not me. Oh no. I'm the only guy who'd write a first-class piece on the subject. And you want to know why?
The man's only response was a doubtful look.
Because privacy only exists for me to utterly demolish it.
Wow. You are not that good of a guy, dude. Damn. Minorikawa finished with a prideful grin. That's nothing but journalistic arrogance, the man railed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'd rather have surveillance cameras any day if the alternative is some weird gossip piece. This time, Minorikawa didn't have a handy retort. An awkward silence descended over the pair.
Huh. Right. I see.
Minorikawa muttered to himself as he busily scribbled in his notepad. The man was visibly taken aback.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Minorikawa said at last.
You gave me some good stuff.
He held up a hand to forestall an angry retort.
I realize I probably got you a bit riled up.
I hope he was just playing like devil's advocate or something.
You'll have to forgive me.
Whoa! The man peered up at Minorikawa in disbelief.
This is just my interview style. Sorry, I know it's a little unorthodox.
Yeah, I don't think he believed fully in what he was saying. Buddy, you're a weirdo. You know that? The man said.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Ha 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 ha.
Minorikawa laughed. Okay, that's good if he was just like playing devil's advocate. That's really interesting. So can I go now?
Sure, I'll quote you as passerby A in my article.
Sure. Whatever. The man muttered. That's really interesting. Okay, so there's more to him than that. For a second, I thought he was a kind of a jerk, but now I see he's very interesting and calculating. Minorikawa now had some material for a surveillance camera piece, and this also explained how he behaved with Achi's father. I see. He wanted to organize what he'd managed to put together so far. He decided to head toward his next interview location, keeping an eye out for a cafe where he could stop to work on his copy. He used the map included in the project proposal to guide him. It was hard to read the words and make out the details, but it looked like the Nokane building, where the Burning Hammer demo was being held, was just down center, guy. There was no indication of which floor the event would be held on, however. Uh-oh, we don't want him to go there. Well, maybe actually, because I think we passed that checkpoint already. Yeah. That does, as long as he's well-meaning with it. Yeah, Ji-chan, yeah. It is an interesting style. Yeah. So yeah, he plays devil's advocate. That's really cool, actually. That made him a little anxious, but he'd probably be able to find someone to point him in the right direction once he got to the building. He spotted a cafe up ahead. Definitely obnoxious, though, yes.
Coffee, please!
He shouted as he strode inside. Well, their honest opinion, Void Dweller. He slumped down in an open chair. Hopefully he'd be able to hole up here until 1 o'clock, working on his article. Oh god, this is where he's gonna meet I. I think so, at least. If he couldn't have it done by then, finishing the whole issue by the end of the day would be a tall order. He pulled a cigarette from his overcoat as he waited for his computer to boot up. Having a smoke was Minorikawa's little trigger for going into writing mode. The state of being in a mood to write some text. As Minorikawa goes about his job, he switches between writing mode, interview mode, food mode, and sleep mode. Damn. When busy, he'll sometimes go into writing mode and food mode at the same time. Sometimes even straying into sleep mode and then Mr. Food mode. When he's even busier, he'll even eat and write mid-interview while nodding off. Oh my god, I was just about to make that joke! This is known as ultimate mode. Damn. I wonder if Achi, Kano, and ultimate mode freaking Minorikawa are going to team up to destroy the final boss here. That would be so cool. Damn it, I was about to say that. It's like, does he do all 4 modes at once as like ultimate power or something? That would be cool. He stuck the cigarette in his mouth and lit it up. With the first heavy draw of smoke, he felt his mind focus. The rough idea for his article came to his head, nearly fully formed. Oh, I gotta do that, Void Dweller.
I need coffee for justice!
And all he needed to do now was get it all written down. Finally, his laptop finished booting up. It's 2009, keep in mind.
Took you long enough, pal. I can't wait until they invent solid-state drives.
He muttered to the computer. His hands lifted the keyboard like a predator pouncing on its prey. In a matter of moments, he had hit his stride. His fingers clicked away, one by one. Lines of text filled up his screen. A waitress stood up beside him. Excuse me, sir. But Minorikawa was in writing mode. He didn't even hear her. Sir? Sir, I beg your pardon. Again, Minorikawa was deaf to the waitress's attempt to get his attention. Sir, excuse me! The waitress smacked the table.
Quiet!
Minorikawa snapped. He slammed the table right back.
Don't interrupt me when I'm working. Not if you know what's good for you.
The waitress didn't so much as flinch. Ikumi Omiya. Oh, that's a very melodic flow of a name. Employee at Collabo Cafe. While appearing cute and demure at first glance, she's quite strong-willed and frightening when angry. She works at nights at a place called the Scolding Pub, where customers rent private rooms in which they're scolded at least attractive girls. Oh my god. Oh my god. One middle-aged businessman once told her,
Your face looks simply marvelous when you're angry.
Sir, I hate to bother you, but I have to ask you to please refrain from smoking. I was gonna say it's like smoking inside of a cafe. Minorikawa blinked.
Huh?
This is a non-smoking establishment, sir.
No smoking.
Minorikawa asked. The cigarette bobbed in his mouth as he spoke. She is. The waitress pointed sharply to the sign in the wall.
Oh, fuck berries.
The words no smoking were spelled out clear as day. We ask that patrons please not smoke so that other customers can fully enjoy the aroma of their coffee. The waitress drew herself up in an arrogant triumph. A woman sitting at the table next made a face that she tried to fan the smoke away with her hands. Customers all around the shop were glaring at him.
You guys don't know the first thing about the aroma of coffee.
Minorikawa scoffed.
The scent of coffee only truly comes to life amidst the choking stench of tobacco smoke.
Oh, God. The waitress's only response was to jab her finger again. But this time she didn't point at the sign, she pointed to the door. Sir, if you're gonna smoke, please take it outside. Jeez, they don't pay me enough for this shit. Sometime later, sitting inside the Cafe La Trek, Minorikawa lit up his third cigarette. At last, a safe refuge. It had taken him quite some time to find a place that allowed smoking after he got kicked out of the first cafe. Of course, like, smoking indoors? Like, I can't remember that being a thing since the 1990s. Although, like, except I know bars allowed it. But, like, a cafe? Like, I can't remember that since the 90s when they had smoking and non-smoking dining sections. But those were for larger restaurants. Yeah, I can't recall that. Yes, Jess, only cancer holds the answer. Oh God, I hate that rhymes. Oh my God. In recent years, many cafes and restaurants have phased out the concept of the smoking section in favor of prohibiting smoking across the board. This makes a place like the Trek especially important to smokers. There are large air vents in the ceiling to help keep the interior more agreeable for those who do not smoke. Now he was in a rush to make up for lost time.
Turbo typing!
His fingers flew over the keyboard at lightning speed. The more he wrote, the harder he focused. At this rate, he'd have the story wrapped up in no time. Today, you hear me? I'm pretty sure this is I. Yeah. A voice intruded suddenly on his awareness. One of the other customers was shouting. You're breaking up with... Oh, no. This is the other cafe. This is, this is, the girl's father.
Today, you hear me? You're breaking up with that fellow today.
Minorikawa's fingers drifted to a halt. He looked around to see where the voice had come from. An older man, red in the face, was shouting at the young woman who sat across from him. Please, Dad, the woman pleaded. Stop. You're making a scene.
Huh. A father and daughter, then.
It was rare nowadays to see a father behave so imperiously toward his own daughter. Just how sheltered had he been trying to keep her? Okay. Oh, just how sheltered had he been trying to keep her? I see. Minorikawa couldn't see her face from where he was sitting, but his interest was piqued. You know what? If he, damn, okay. Now, if he moves, he's gonna see that she's a famous idol, and he's probably going to want to interview her or something. And this will also prevent the father from trying to talk her into breaking up with her. So, but on the other hand, it also might get him kicked out of this cafe and go into the other one with I, which is where we don't want him to go. You know what? Let's see what happens. She moved to another seat where he could take a look. Gathering up his laptop, Minorikawa switched to a different table.
Oh, I don't care about making a scene.
The older man was saying.
I'm not leaving until I see you cut ties with that boy. Do you understand?
I understand that you're never happy unless you get your way. You're acting like a spoiled child.
Don't you talk back to me! You don't understand your own situation. You're letting your emotions cloud your judgment without putting any thought into your future.
No, Dad. You're the one who doesn't understand. The father-daughter argument was getting more and more heated. Dad was clearly furious. Minorikawa shifted closer, curious to see what might happen next. Yep, okay. Then he saw the daughter's face and gasped out loud.
Oh! Hey, I know you! Wait. You're on TV, right?
The father scowled up at him.
You must be mistaken,
He said gruffly.
No, I'm sure of it.
Minorikawa said.
Gah, what show am I thinking of? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
The young woman seemed disconcerted by his enthusiasm. Who was she? He called out to a waitress who was passing by.
Hey, miss, do you know this gal? She's an actress, right? It's right on the tip of my tongue.
The waitress ignored him, but Minorikawa was undeterred.
I know this. Weren't you one of those TV dramas or something?
Minorikawa was probably thinking of a series starting in Masami Nagahama. Possibly Operation Cold Cause, The Last Frenchman, Touched by a Tuna. Oh my god! Or Sailor Moon pies! Oh my god! I've had moon pies. They're quite nice. Very sugary and unhealthy. All of which received higher viewer ratings and are fondly remembered in the public consciousness. Touched by a tuna. Oh god, that sounds hilarious.
Right. We're leaving.
The father grumbled. He rose from his seat, radiating aggravation. Huh? The young woman said, but... Not one to hear her objection. He grabbed her by the hand and stormed out of the cafe.
Hey, hold on!
Minorikawa squawked. His plea fell on deaf ears. All he could do was watch them go, then shuffled back to his seat in disappointment.
Damn it! What was her name?
Oh, crap. I didn't want them to leave, didn't I? Like, because I didn't want them to run into Kano. Ah, fuck. Okay, so this was the wrong choice. But let's see where it goes, because it seemed to be on, like, a pretty unique path. Like, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't happen. Like, if we chose the other choice.
Damn it. What was her name? I should have asked for her autograph.
Mumbling under his breath, Minorikawa went back to typing.
What's that?
His hands went still as a strange noise intruded on his reverie. Is there a bomb? Whatever it was close by.
What in the world is that sound?
We're getting another choice here. Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds like a fucking bomb, so we better see what it is.
I need to get to the bottom of this, or I'll never be able to concentrate. Just where the heck is that sound coming from?
He searched his surroundings for a moment and quickly discovered that the noise was coming from his own bag. Oh. Okay, I see. Interesting. There's somebody's listening in here. He pulled out one of the most important tools of his trade, a bug detector. An instrument for finding listening devices. Yep, this is totally Ace Attorney. Since wireless listening devices emit radio signals, you have to look inside the bear. Bug detectors are designed to use wide area receivers to reveal their presence. Using a detector to find something in this fashion is known as fox hunting. It was on and it picked up a signal. To a reporter, information was live. That made owning a bug detector a sensible precaution in his line of work. It must have been the right choice. If we got another, option. That's true, Jess. Yeah, he must have found the detector on Achi. With the device in hand, Minorikawa casually scanned the area. Eventually, he zeroed in on the signal. Oh no! It's her! Oh god, this is how it happens! Oh god! He stood up.
Everyone, your attention, please!
He announced.
Someone set up a listening device in here!
Several cafe patrons turned their heads in disbelief. A woman wreathed in pungent perfume flashed him a disagreeable look. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. She huffed.
There's something fishy going on.
The only fishy thing right now is you, the woman declared disdainfully. Why don't you get out of here and let everyone enjoy their meals?
No, I smell a scoop.
You what?
You, what's your name?
None of your business, that's what. Now hurry up and stop that awful noise. The other customers were starting to murmur loudly.
There's a listening device here, folks.
Minorikawa said.
How could that not bother you? Do you know where it could be?
Excuse me, the woman called out. Could someone please do something about this man? A waitress hurried over. Sir, please, you're bothering other customers.
There's a listening device in here. That's what people should be bothered by right now.
The waitress took a reflexive step backward at the words listening device. You're the one who's intruding on everyone, the woman shouted. Honestly, could you please stop that racket?
It's not me making the racket. It's the bug tracker.
Just who the hell do you think you are? Police! Someone call the police! Ma'am, please calm down, the waitress said. There were other customers here and...
I'll come down once you get this disrespect.
Oh, that's her. I'll come down once you get this disrespectful boor out of here.
All I'm doing is sharing the truth. You can't kick me out for that.
The waitress wavered, clearly intimidated by both of them. You've sure got a lot of nerve, the woman snapped at Minorikawa. Go play detective someplace else.
I'm not a detective. I'm a reporter. The ultimate reporter.
Really now? By far my least favorite profession.
Oh, and why's that? Did someone write a story about you, lady?
Maybe.
Got skeletons in your closet?
You shut your mouth! How dare you!
Yeah, I smell a scoop right here. All right, and the smell is coming from you.
I bet she has a tracker because she's in like witness protection because of the police, I bet. It's probably the police probably put it on her, so in case she gets kidnapped or something is what I think.
Oh, stop it with your scoop nonsense already.
It's no use trying to hide things from me.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, I do, lady.
Go to hell.
After you.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.
As they shouted over each other, their words blurred together until they were barely words anymore. The onlookers could hear only indistinct, meaningless raving. Yep. And still the yelling went on and on and on and on. Eventually there came the sound of approaching sirens. Yep, but even when a police cruiser pulled up outside the cafe, the two didn't slow their bickering.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, ha ha, blah. Blah, ha ha.
Blah.
Blah.
Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Minorikawa lost his cool and got drawn into an argument with a stranger, giving no thought to the consequences. By the time he came to his senses in a jail cell, it was too late to say 4-star general gossip. Maybe worrying about weird noises can wait. Right now, finishing of the article sounds like a better idea. Alright, well that's easy enough to... I am shocked that we got a second branch here.
Well, never mind. I need to focus on finishing this article.
Minorikawa tried to immerse himself in his writing again. Before long, he stopped worrying about the curious sound. Time passed. Eventually, the pace of his writing slowed down a bit. And Minorikawa glanced at his watch. It was later than he thought. Pretty soon he's gonna have to head over to get an interview from the diet drink people. He reached into his bag for the project proposal to double check the demo location.
Huh? The proposal? It's gone! Crap. Where the heck did it go?
He checked all around the table, but he didn't see it anywhere. Maybe he left it at the other cafe, at the non-smoking place. Oh no. Well, he didn't have time to go back for it now. His flip phone rang.
What now?
Minorikawa snapped as he answered it. A tiny squeak came from the receiver. It was followed by the sound of sniffling sobs. Oh, poor Chiaki. I'm sorry. I just...
Chiaki?
Was she done with her interviews, maybe? It's no use. People won't stop to talk no matter how hard I try. Her voice broke up into further sobs.
Oh, come on! This again? Really?
I can't do it. Don't worry about paying me. Just please let me go home. Minorikawa was already operating on a too tight schedule. He didn't have time to worry about Chiaki on top of it all.
Look, just slow down and take a breath. Try and keep it at it a little longer.
He should have seen this coming when he first called her. Her shyness was practically pathological. But if he cut her loose now, all this frustration will be for nothing. I can't do it! Chiaki whined again. Please, just forget you ever called me. Aww. She hung up before Minorikawa could get another word in. He tried calling her back, but she didn't pick up.
Damn it, Chiaki! Don't you dare bail on me!
Leaving money for his coffee on the table. Only a few coins? Really? Oh my god. I don't think that's enough for a cup of coffee. Minorikawa jumped up and bolted from the cafe. The plaza outside Shibuya Station was as crowded as ever. Minorikawa looked around, but there was no sign of Chiaki. I guess the other choice to have the fiance and her father leave the cafe was the right choice. I get it, because I think we avoided the choice earlier with Kano running into them in the first place. So they were supposed to be leaving the cafe, but but just Kano wasn't supposed to run into them. I see. Minorikawa looked around, but there was no sign of Chiaki.
She bailed.
Minorikawa dropped to his knees in despair. Okay, this is a bad end here, but we have to do it on Chiaki's end, I see. So yeah, that girl probably was Chiaki. Yeah. His last hope had up and left. There was no one else he could even ask.
Damn it! Alright then, fine. I'll do it myself!
And then he goes and grabs the Infinity Gauntlet. He dragged himself back to his feet. He's standing at the Hachiko statue. Oh my god.
Alright, listen up.
He shouted at the passing crowd.
I'm doing street interviews here. Starting now. You guys, shut up and help me. I mean, don't shut up, but help me.
Oh, I thought it was a bad end. Oh no, yeah, it's a bad end. God damn it. He wound up blowing way too much time to just get 2 pages worth of content, leaving himself unable to finish the other articles. In the end, it didn't even matter. The issue of 4-star general gossip never made to the newsstand, and Heaven Publishing went down for the count. Okay, so we gotta get someone else to listen to Chiaki. Yeah. Without Chiaki, Minorikawa just couldn't get gossip finished on time. What made her up? Yeah, it was Kano's, yeah. What made her run off, though? Chiaki shows up in Kano's story at 12:10. One of the decisions there, what ultimately puts her over the edge. Yep, okay. It's way back here. Yeah, that is... Okay, so that was Chiaki.
What? The girl?
Asked Kano.
Yeah. Wanna go hit her up?
Sasayama could only mean one thing. Questioning her. Okay. So we weren't supposed to question her. Well, you know what? At least in the other choice, we got to meet her and see what she's like in person.
She can't be involved with this, can she?
Oh, that was Sasayama.
She can't be involved with this, can she?
Sasayama flashed him a skeptical look.
Don't let your preconceptions get the better of you. Could get you killed.
Fixed notions one has about something before the facts are known could be a hindrance to thinking freely. If you think about it too hard, you might fall victim to the preconception that preconceptions themselves are always bad. Oh, that's funny.
I know that, but still, she doesn't come across as involved to me.
Kano knew better than to judge people based on appearance, but he was still convinced that the girl wasn't part of the gang. She just struck him as far too, well, inept, really. Oh, that's not nice. Okay, so Sasayama's gonna do it on his own.
Alright, I'll go look into the girl,
Sasayama said.
you keep following the attaché case.
Kano nodded and hurried after the man. The man's black garb made him stand out in the crowd at the intersection. It occurred to Kano that all the criminals who'd handled the attaché case had been wearing the same black clothing. That fact made the whole situation even weirder. Could they really be ignorant that they were being followed while they were all wearing the same eye-catching outfit? It was more like they were going out of their way to make sure the investigators spotted them. That still didn't provide any clues as to what they were after, though. The longer Kano kept tailing these guys, the less it all made sense. Was it really such a good idea to keep this up? Someone's life was in danger, and they were just letting their kidnappers carry out their plan, whatever it was. The very first page of the Dick Diary spelled things loud and clear out that front. Dick dictum number 1. Never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect. Ever. Okay, now we go to the other thing. Right now, the single most important thing was ensuring the hostage's safety. This was a situation where Tacheno would have stuck to his guns for sure. Kano thought back to that day 3 years ago. Okay, we already went through this flashback. Oh yeah, we already seen this. Alright, how do we fast forward? Okay, so we can... Okay, oh, interesting. Is this, okay. It still gets to a bad end. Wait, so with Minorikawa, this choice mattered to... Wait. So what... But how is that possible? Damn, this is gonna be confusing. Okay. Okay, finish the article. No, he reminded himself they need to finish his article. Besides, if the young lady looked anything like her father, he'd just as soon pass. Oh, God. Minorikawa went back to his typing. It took a few minutes to reestablish his writing groove, with the two still bickering across the room, but thankfully he soon regained his focus.
What's that?
His hands went still in a strange noise. Okay, so this is the same cafe. No, focus! Focus! I see.
Well, never mind. I need to focus on finishing this article.
Okay, so it goes through anyway. Interesting. I see. Minorikawa tried to immerse himself in his writing again. For long, he stopped worrying about the curious sound. Okay, back on track. Eventually, the pace of his writing slowed down a bit. Minorikawa glanced at his watch. It was later than he thought. Pretty soon he was going to have to head over to get an interview from the diet drink people. He reached into his bag for the pocket proposal to double check the demo location.
Huh? The proposal. It's gone. Crap, where the heck did it go?
He checked all around the table, but he didn't see it anywhere. Maybe he'd left it at the other cafe, the non-smoking place? Well, he didn't have time to go back for it now. His phone rang.
What now?
Minorikawa snapped as he answered it. Wait, she's still... What? Wait, is she still angry? I mean, sad? Oh. A tiny squeak came through the receiver. It was followed by the snout of sniffling snobs. I'm sorry. The conversation has got to be different. Or I don't know what we need to do.
Chiaki?
Was she done with her interviews, maybe? It's no use. People won't stop to talk no matter how hard I try. Her voice broke up into further sobs.
Look, I've got my own problems to deal with. You're just gonna have to find somewhere to manage.
But I can't.
Sorry, I'm hanging up now.
Okay. It is different. Okay. And so he did. Damn. I think you should be a bit more concerned. He had to hurry. Had to get to the demo venue. Set up the menu, the venue, the seating. But he lost the map and forgotten their location.
Think, man!
He told himself. Where would they hold an event like this? Probably someplace big, right? And there ought to be a guide or someone out front, too. With these assumptions in mind, Minorikawa broke into a run, searching ahead as he went. He stopped when he caught sight of a particular multi-tenant office building. A whole stream of women were filing inside. All of them looked a little heavy, too.
Pay dirt.
This had to be the health food company's sales demo. He hurried into the building. The women were queued up down the hallway. This was definitely the place then. More confident by the moment, Minorikawa made his way up the stairs. Finally, he reached the front of the line. God damn it! There was a notice posted outside the doorway ahead. Minorikawa read it out loud.
Auditions for the starring role in Sun TV's Sumo Queen 2.
A suspense drama about a string of murders that crop up while a group of female sumo wrestlers. Is that a thing, really? Is that a real thing? The Magashira, Kamasubi, Sekiwake, and Ozeki, the 5th through 2nd place wrestlers from both East and West, were all killed in sequence, leaving only to the 2 top-ranked Yokozuna. With the real killer still unknown, things come to a heated climax in the ring during the final match, where the loser tearfully confesses to her crimes. It concludes with the victorious wrestler, who'd also been playing the part of detective, sorrowfully looking to the culprit in the eye and stating,
It's off to the big house with you.
Really? They did an entire fucking TV show for one joke. Oh my god. It was a sequel series to a recent TV dramas, featuring full-figured actresses.
That's it!
Minorikawa exclaimed. A new project proposal springing fully formed into his mind. He felt as if he'd been struck by a bolt of divine inspiration.
Big bodies, bigger names! A new arena opens for aspiring plus-sized actresses!
Never mind the diet drink demo. This was going to be Minorikawa's big story. Sounds like an interesting article. Minorikawa managed to meet the deadline. The show, however, wound up being a big flop. Oh, God. Oh, no. Sales of that issue of 4-star journal gossip were likewise lackluster, with an unprecedented number of copies going unsold. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Come on! Mr. Toyama's death continues to spiral out of control, and poor Longhaven Publishing was no more. Fucking hell! What did I do wrong? Seriously. Sumo Show does massive belly flop. Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is nuts! Minorikawa went in the wrong venue. Was being promised that he didn't have good detailed directions to Burning Hammer. Tama can do something at 12:15 that causes Cheery to head to the cafe, and Cheery can help Minorikawa get to where he needs to go. Son of a bitch! God. That's so weird, because it says I'm not at like a fucking point. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why did it even let me get to the end? Seriously. We have to split up. Fucking hell.
We should split up. Sherry and I go our separate ways, searching for a truck full of junk. You got some junk in your truck.
How are we supposed to know that?
I made my way to Center God. Yeah! I'm so focused on searching all over as I walk that I lose track of where I'm going, and I wind up bumping into a man who's burying along with his daughter.
Oh my God. Okay, so here's the boss. Chiruo and Hana Toyama. They came to Senegal to eat lunch. Before that, they were heavy publishing in Shibuya 1 Chrome. While wandering around distractedly looking for somewhere cheap and tasty, Mr. Toyama bumped right into Tama.
Oh, pardon me. I hop back onto my feet and go to bow to the man in apology.
Oh! How does he get hurt bumping into a fucking soft-ass mascot head?
He bows at the same time and we managed to bug our heads together.
What the fuck is that thing made out? Is it made out of fucking steel or some shit? Jeez.
Sorry!
As her dad drops to his knees, clutching his head, the girl begins to wander off.
Hey!
Hey, Hana, wait!
The man lurches to his feet and rushes after the girl. She seemed like an odd kid, only 10 or so, but strangely cold and distant for her age. She's gonna be the final boss and mastermind. Watch it.
Nursing my own sore head, I make it all the way to Shibuya Station, but there's no sign of the truck. I'll probably never find it, just be wandering around randomly. It's already 12:35 thanks to shock resistant Casio water resist watch. Thanks, Casio. Sales demo starts in 25 minutes. I have serious doubts I'll be able to find the truck by then. Ah! What should I do?
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so it still leads to a keep. So that other keep out was a fake keep out? They may as well just given us a bad end. Yeah, that is so weird a way that they would half translate that. I think Achi, we made it all the way to the end, right? Yeah, we did. Achi, we actually completed his for now. Okay, let's go back to... We could actually continue Osawa. We may as well just get him to the end of his day, his hour, because look at that. He's almost done, so let's just go back to him. Okay, searching an eye's room. And this time his search is not going to be interrupted. I wonder what her secrets are. The singing scent of her perfume pervaded the room, which was decorated all in white. Clothes were strewn all about, as if with a slovenliness on display. She'd been like this ever since they got married, and Osawa had long since stopped caring. It must have been I who tried to flush the ticket. He knew she didn't want him going to America, but still, couldn't she have found a better way to get rid of it? Thanks to her, he'd been stuck on over to the damn toilet, fighting with the plunger. Osawa sat down on the bed amidst the brand name clothing, and he spotted something odd down by his feet. It was a gold cigarette lighter. Just when had I picked up smoking? Osawa picked up the lighter and set it on the shelf next to the bed. He started out of the room, but then he noticed a scrapbook on the bookshelf. The rest of the shelf was filled with fashion magazines. So the scrapbook definitely drew his eye. Curious, he took it down and opened it. Now he should be able to read through it. What? Kajiwara, why? Mr. Osawa, it's your wife. She goes, still? Wait, why? Why has she gone completely hysterical? This doesn't make any sense! Didn't we? Fucking hell. We solved Minorikawa's thing. He's not even doing that anymore. Oh, it looks like, okay, it reset his timeline. God damn it. I didn't know it was gonna do that. Son of a bitch. So it reset his whole fucking timeline here. Wow, jeez. It's so weird how they let you go ahead. Like, and don't just lead to a bad end. Okay, I know what to do. Wait, what the? No, finish the article, okay. Okay. Okay, ignore this too. Oh! So, bitch. Now it's different. Upon looking at his confusion, he found his attention drawn to a young woman at another table.
And then one of these, and one of these. Oh, and this, and this, and this, and that one too.
She finished with a broad grin.
Mad scientist, son of a bitch.
Here's how he would say that. And of course he said it way better than I did. Now let me just repeat your order back to you. 1 Japanese-style beef patty, 1 spicy fish roast spaghetti, 1 chicken casserole, 1 French onion soup, 1 fruit parfait, 1 chocolate parfait, and 1 deluxe chocolate parfait. Will that be all? The waitress anxiously awaited confirmation. Ryoko Kakanuma, a second-year student at Midoriyama Academy's law school. She was hassled by a pair of hustlers on her way to work, and she was 5 minutes late for her shift. The manager told him that those 5 minutes were coming out of her pay, so she's a bit irritated right now. Damn, that is such an anal boss. 5 fucking minutes.
You forgot the large caramel shake.
The customer was a full-figured young woman ensconced at a nearby table. Oh, my apologies. The waitress quickly jotted down the addition to the order.
That'll do it for now,
the young woman said.
For now? Yikes. She's actually planning on ordering more after that?
Marveling at this display of appetite, Minorikawa went back to typing. Seriously, Jess.
Now what?
He heard the strange beeping sound over again, subtly different from the first time, and this time it was closer. Hello, Mirage. Welcome to the stream. Focus on the article.
Well, never mind. I need to focus on finishing this article.
Minorikawa immersed himself in his writing again. For long, he stopped worrying about the curious sound. The plump young woman set about devouring all the food she'd ordered, despite the strange look she was getting. Now that was an appetite to be reckoned with. It took her under 3 minutes to polish off the lot. Then, looking not the least bit sated, she picked the menu right back up. Was she seriously gonna order more? Minorikawa was starting to take interest in this young lady. There might be a story here. He conjured up a series of headlines in his mind.
Woman inhales 30,000 calories in 3 minutes.
That's the equivalent of 100 pieces of shortcake, 300 glasses of milk, or enough steak and rice to feed about 30 people. No, he needed something with more punch.
Food for thought. An expose on obesity.
No, that was no good. He wasn't writing for a fashion mag here.
A gourmet day in Shibuya. Ha ha!
That was it. He'd be able to whip something up if he went with the foodie angle. Minorikawa got up from his seat. You know, it'd be cool if she actually won the interview for the sumo show. And she got that part. I think that would be a cool end to her story.
That's pretty impressive,
he said to the hungry diner.
Do you always eat that much?
The young woman glared back at him.
Not always,
she said. Suddenly, tension filled the air.
Oops, was that way too blunt of me? Huh. Wow, what a weird mistake. I hardly ever act like that. I mean, she is a young lady after all. Maybe I should change up my approach.
Who the heck are you anyway?
the woman asked.
I'm a freelance writer. I was hoping I could do an interview with you real quick.
You want to interview me? The suspicion was plain on her face.
I do. I mean, girls all over the world worry about their diets, right?
I hear that, yeah.
So would you be willing to share your secret, or your technique, or whatever, how to eat without getting fat?
What, me?
Sure, I mean, look at that figure you're maintaining despite eating all this food.
I gotta agree, like, she's not that heavy. And that is a huge, ridiculously amount of food. The young woman's expression brightened up.
Oh, you noticed. There's actually a lot that goes into all this.
Yeah?
The basic thing is, though, is to eat 10 meals a day.
I think she has a relatively good metabolism, speaking of, after the amount of food she eats. And definitely a bag of holding. Minorikawa struggled to keep his jaw from dropping.
10 meals a day!
She flashed him a chubby cheek grin.
You don't know how diets work, do ya?
She chuckled.
Eating only 1 or 2 meals a day, that's what'll make you fat. You gotta space your food out into smaller portions throughout the day.
That's honestly actually, that's actually real advice, although I don't think it's supposed to be 10. But that's just so fucking annoying. And once you start eating, you want to eat until you're full. You don't want to eat just a little bit. Like, that would require like, the willpower of fucking iron.
That's the fundamentals of dieting right there.
Right, but what happens at the smaller portions part?
Yeah, it should be smaller portions, but like, who could actually do that? Like, if someone is going to eat, they want to eat until they're full. Eating just a little bit just makes you more hungry. Like, seriously, I can truly admire people who could do that. Minorikawa had to bite his tongue.
Oh, I see.
He said.
Any other pro dieting tips you could share?
Well, for the basics, I'd say always drink protein instead of tea, yeah?
That's the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
Drink protein all day. Seriously?
Once again, it took all of Minorikawa's willpower to keep his thoughts to himself. Like, based on what she's saying, she should be like morbidly obese.
Let's see, what else? Oh, there's this stuff called Burning Hammer, too, but...
She trailed off with a little wince.
Wait,
Minorikawa perked up.
did you say burning hammer?
Oh, you know what?
I've heard of it anyway.
Minorikawa replied. He decided he was better off keeping his plans to head to the sales demo a secret. There we go.
There's a sales demo later on if you're interested.
The woman says as she were reading his thoughts.
Though, full disclosure, I am working for them right now.
She handed Minorikawa an advertising pamphlet. There was a more detailed map with the venue included. What a stroke of luck! Now he didn't really need to rely on the crummy map and the project pearls anymore. This is the odd period of time where everyone had cell phones, but everyone had flip phones, which were basically only useful for phone calls, and that's it. You could do texting on them, but it was such a huge pain in the ass. Like, you had to have, like, the patience of a saint to text on a fucking flip phone. I just never bothered with it until I got a smartphone. And then when smartphones, you could have Google Maps on the phone and then you'd never get lost again. He'd have no trouble finding the venue with the building's various floors all broken down for him.
And actually, I gotta get back to work,
The woman said.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna hang back and finish up my copy here.
The woman left the cafe, and Minorikawa went back to his laptop. He'd gotten some new info on the Burning Hammer sales demo, but he'd also lost some more time. The surveillance camera piece still wasn't finished. If it was going to be a near thing to get it done before the sales demo started. Yet instead of returning to his writing, he got out his cell phone. What if Toyama had gotten another of his crazy ideas? If he tried to hang himself again? The thought had Minorikawa too worried to work on his copy. The phone rang several times before someone picked up.
Mr. Toyama, where are you right now?
Minorikawa asked.
Right now? I'm on the run, somewhere near Shoto. Really? Todoroki?
An upscale residential district. Despite being smack dab in the middle of the city, it's a quiet neighborhood, rife with greenery. The residence of the former governor of Tokyo is here, built on a massive 22,200 square meter plot of land. There's a shady hotel district just a short walk to the south, making for quite the juxtaposition. It's like Fortitude Valley. Jeez. Toyama was speaking in an oddly hushed tone.
Shoto? After you left the office, some guys came by to collect on my debts. So I made a run for it.
Okay, so he wasn't dead, but the situation was pretty bad.
Look, we'll get you through this somehow.
Minorikawa said, hoping it was true. Okay, now this is a total crapshoot. Should we tell him to stay where he is? Damn. I have no fucking idea, but since we're in the latter half of the thing, something tells me it's gonna get to, it's either gonna lead to a bad end or lead to the correct path, because it's not gonna, like, leave us hanging. So, let's see.
Just keep your head down and stay out of trouble. Stay where you are now. Stay where I am? But what am I supposed to do?
Toyama's voice dropped in and out. It sounded like he was moving quickly.
Find some place to hide and just lay low for a while.
Minorikawa told him.
All right.
Toyama said weakly. He hung up. Minorikawa let out a deep sigh, then turned back to his laptop. Was that the right decision? Okay. Now we can go back to Osawa. Yep. Fucking hell. Alright. Okay, eyes room. Yeah. Alright. Let's come on, get to the scrapbook. What is M, I wonder? Yeah, I'm totally gonna bet she's evil. Here we go. The book was filled with articles and write-ups about the results of Osawa's research and the company's various achievements. Flipping through the pages took him on a trip down memory lane. There was even an old company memo welcoming Tanaka on board as his new vice director. There was a photo of Osawa shaking Tanaka's hand at the party celebrating his new position. It was a little peculiar to think that she had bothered to keep something so trivial. A series of magazine articles was nestled between the pages further into the book. These hadn't been clipped out for inclusion in the scrapbook itself. Osawa glanced through them. Floundering Okoshi Pharmaceutical announced his marriage as political convenience. Interesting. It was a self-indulgent peep from some rag called War Star General Gossip from right after he and I got married. Are we gonna learn why they got married? When the piece had first run, he'd been too furious to read it. Now he gave it a quick looking over. It's pretty much exactly what he had expected. It talked about how one of the corporate directors had sacrificed his own daughter to keep one of his researchers on board. Oh, well, this is obvious. I'm not gonna even read that. Just defining the word sacrifice figuratively. Referring, of course, to Makino offering Osawa eyes hand in marriage. Makino offering Osawa eyes hand in marriage. Sorry. Blah. I think it's balanced out by the fact that she's not even that fat, Chi-chan, although yeah, she's written that way, but she doesn't look that way, so it kind of balances it out in that respect. And I think that makes it more fun than they probably intended. Rumors abound of marital strife between the newlyweds. Was he forced to marry her? The article went on to talk about how I had been dating another man before she and Osawa got married. Okay, so she probably doesn't even love Osawa. The whole thing was a bunch of puerile rubbish. Puerile, whatever. Any marriage involves some kind of calculated self-interest after all. Whatever the reasons for their union, nothing changed the fact that I was now his wife. Do you not even care, man? Jeez. That is a horrible worldview. I feel kind of bad for I now. She probably fell in love with someone else, and she was probably forced to marry him instead. And he doesn't even give a fuck. Damn. I didn't think I would be some kind of stuff for her side now, making her more three-dimensional. With a faint sigh, Osawa put the scrapbook back on the shelf. The real villain is her father for forcing them to get married. Basically, they'll be miserable for their whole lives because of freaking his own convenience. She was probably in love with the guy she was dating before. My God, what a miserable existence. And Osawa didn't even fucking care. My God. Ugh. Feeling disconsolate, he returned to his study and began flipping through a CD rack. Now, this is so weird. I'm feeling really sorry for I. His eyes scanned for Aya Kamiki's album, For Tomorrow Forevermore. A lot of her more experimental numbers were on that album. Given how discombobulated he felt right now, this is what he needed to hear. Then I hope they are able to break up amicably then, by the time this story is over. Especially since now that we know they never even wanted to be married. Again, Osawa reflected on how there'd been a time when he didn't care about music at all. He simply purchased copies of the most popular CD of the moment as birthday presents for his two girls. And that just happened to be an album by Aya Kamiki. Same Ji-chan. Hitomi was thrilled by the gift, but Maria hadn't seemed terribly fond of it. The next day, she tossed her copy back on her father's desk. Figuring that throwing it away would be a waste, Osawa had stuck the CD into his computer to give it a listen. Listening to music CDs on your computer. By that time, I figured he would just download the soundtrack off iTunes. Did iTunes exist back in 2009? He was immediately bombarded by an intense beat bolstered by bold, uplifting vocals. Aya Kamiki wrote her own lyrics, which did a fine job of conveying the emotions of a teenage girl. Osawa could hardly believe it. After listening to just one track, he was well and truly hooked. Before the date was out, he had purchased her entire discography. Damn.
Huh?
He muttered. For tomorrow should have been in the CD rack, but there was no sign of it.
Where the heck is it? Why isn't it here?
For a moment he wondered if he was going crazy, and then he remembered. It was at the lab. He's an idol otaku. He wanted something to listen to on break at work, so he brought the album there.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Not being able to listen to it made him want to hear it all the more. Damn. I never thought I'd be more sympathetic to Ai and less sympathetic to Osawa as the story's going on. It wasn't like he could just go out and buy another copy right now either. He'd just have to borrow the copy he'd given to Hitomi all those years ago. Unable to contain his need to hear that music, he went into Hitomi's room. There he quickly rummaged his CD rack beside his daughter's bed. Part of him felt like he was being a little sneak thief. According to the email Tanaka had shown him, someone was trying to kill Hitomi. Under the circumstances, he knew what he was doing was ridiculous, and he still couldn't resist the impulses to find the CD. But his efforts were to no avail. There were no Aya Kamiki CDs in the rack at all. Osawa pulled out every CD on the rack, but they were all classical. This is so weird. This is so fucking weird. He slipped back in disappointment. It had to be somewhere in a room. God damn it, man. Dvorak and Mozart. Osawa jumped at the sound of his cell and fumbled to get out of his pocket. Makino's name was displayed on the LCD screen.
I'm out front.
I'm out front. I'll just give him that voice. You can hear some kind of background noise, Ji-chan. What does it sound like? Because I'm not sure. That's just the cat going around. That was all Makino said before hanging up. Hurriedly, Osawa began tidying up the CD rack. Jesus Christ, the cat's going crazy. As he worked, he thought about what he was going to say to Makino. To think that someone had violated corporate policy to such unethical ends. It sullied his research. Osawa wasn't about anyone to let anyone get away with it. No, it's not voices, Chichan. No. It's the cat meowing and stuff. Osawa wasn't about to let anyone get away with it. It seems like Ai is selling some secrets, maybe, out of revenge to her for her father ruining her, like, her life. You know, she never wanted to be married to Osawa, and Osawa doesn't seem to give a fuck. Oh, no, Chichan, that's perfectly all right. You're just looking out for me. Thanks, Chichan. And yet, as he was about to leave Hitomi's room, a sudden uncertainty gripped him. He hesitated. Did he have any right to condemn Makino for running trials in secret? His hand began to sweat as it gripped the doorknob. No, he didn't. How could he? His hands were dirty and all this too. Really? Oh, wow, a movie scene. We need to keep this a secret just between us. Oh my god! Is this gonna be the plot of Judgment? It'll be fine, we've already cleared animal testing. Oh no. The memories hovered. Osawa himself had already administered the antiviral to someone, hadn't he? It was a woman, it looks like, with the necklace.
It was the only way.
Oh my god. Muttering to nobody in particular, Osawa trudged toward the front door of his house. Yeah. Wow. It's one of the... Oh god, you're right, Chichan! It's one of the daughters! Oh my god! And that's why they're after the daughter! You're right! Oh my god! That's gotta be it! Why is my voice getting all raspy? Jeez. What did I do? No. I need the mouse. Oh yeah, the mouse. Can't do crap here. So Tom is at a keep out. Achi's done. So so our only choice, literally only one we can do is Kano. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, now that Kano isn't gonna run into his fiancée anymore, let's get back. Determination. Da da da. Da da da. Hopefully we won't have to go through the flashback again. Thinking back to the way Tateno had put his life on the line to rescue a bunch of strangers. Made Kano feel all the more raw about his tailing these syndicate members. Letting the crooks just wander around wasn't going to bring Miss Maria Osawa to safety. Of that, Kano was now certain. Shoot, it's being... I don't know who this is. It's bleeding pretty bad. He heard someone say behind him. What the fuck? What's going on here? Is that the Yakuza guy? He turned around and saw two young men. Oh, another typo. Carrying another along. There was a towel wrapped tightly around the third's head. Oh no, that's the third guy's head. Damn.
Hey, what happened?
Kano asked.
Shut your mouth.
Kano blanched.
Can the attitude? He's trying to help.
Another voice cut in. It was Sasayama. Had he finished dealing with the girl by the station then?
What happened to your friend? Out of my way, man. I ain't afraid to kick your ass. Look, cut the crap and let me take a quick look.
Sasayama unwrapped the towel from around the young man's head.
Ooh, that's nasty.
The young guy was little more than a kid. His head was soaked red with blood. He appeared to be unconscious. Nah, we gotta help him. They were in the middle of a job, but they couldn't just leave him like this. They should probably take him to a hospital. Kano offered to help carry the bloodied young man, but Sasayama stepped in front of him. He quickly flashed the 2 uses badge.
Oh, crap. You a cop?
Sasayama nodded.
Who are you kids with? The Bamps?
Badass motherfuckers. Shibuya's #2 gang. Its leader, Sohei Araki, has gathered up some big mean dudes in an attempt to make Shibuya his turf. The gang's leadership is inferior to that of SOS, but on an individual level, its members tend to be stronger in a fight. Word is that the rise of the Bamps is one of the reasons SOS has been growing more combative recently.
SOS? SOS.
Yep, it's him. Admitted one of the young men after some hesitation.
Who attacked you? Yo, I didn't like that. What was it then? Infighting?
The young man was silent. Sasayama must have been right on the mark. Yup, I think this is the guy that Achi fought. In the course of his police duties, Kano picked up a fair amount of street gossip from the young people in Shibuya. Lately, the scuttlebutt about the legendary SOS Brigade was that they were dealing with some internal strife.
Look, don't worry about it. I get it. There's a hospital just down that way. Hurry up and get him there.
The young man batted off Sasayama's offered hand, then quickly hauled his friend away.
Sounds like SOS is on the verge of breaking up with all this infighting, huh?
Kano asked. He kept his eyes on the young men as they headed off.
Yeah, seems like it's been pretty rough. You know, with the original leader leaving and all.
The detectives in juvenile affairs were well acquainted with SOS Brigade's original leader. That would of course be Achi Endo. Initially, SOS was nothing more than a small group of like-minded young people who hung out together. But that as membership grew, the general public had been referring to the group as a gang. Word at it that back when Achi was in charge, gang members never started any conflicts themselves, but simply responded in kind when others brought fights their way. The stories were like something out of some after-school special. Hold on, you guys, I'm just gonna get some honey from my throat. I will be right back. Oh, hello, Eblis. Sorry. Welcome to the stream. Let's continue. There were tales of them taking down gangs who sold drugs to kids, or breaking into Yakuza front offices to save their friends. Yes, Armigas. Beatrice, Angie, Maria, fun times. The detective of juvenile affairs took these stories with a grain of salt. But if there really were young people like that out there, Kano hoped to meet them someday. I hope he will. They're gonna team up like the three main hero dudes. I want them to team up. The detectives had to hurry. Okay, Ji-chan, thank you so much for coming. Get some sleep. You deserve some rest. Detectives had to hurry to catch up with the man they were tailing. He was still strolling along, seemingly in no particular hurry. They kept him in sight as he crossed another pedestrian overpass and circled back around.
Still following the same MO, huh?
Sasayama grumbled.
Guess so.
Kano said.
How'd things go with the girl?
He was careful not to take his eyes off the mark as they talked.
You were right. She's not part of this. Just one of those street evangelists or something. Oh, yeah? Yeah, she kept asking me, but are you really happy with your life? Wig me out. I bailed out of there quick. So, Sasayama, I'm thinking the attaché case is going to get handed off again at any moment now. Huh?
Sasayama peered at the mark, who was scanning the plaza they just entered, apparently looking for someone. He's probably going to throw it off the bridge, I bet.
I take one side, you take the other?
Kano suggested. Sasayama's eyes went wide.
Say what now? That way we apprehend both perps involved with the handoff.
Sasayama didn't reply.
Look, HQ isn't thinking about the hostage's safety,
Kano said.
but that needs to take priority here.
Sasayama's face took on a rare solemnity. Oh, there's another typo here. A spacing order. A spacing typo under order is. Jeez, there are a lot of typos here. A detective's behavior is governed by the Local Public Service Act. Article 32 states the detective is to faithfully follow the orders of his superior in the course of his duties, except near the end of a detective movie where it reveals there's corruption in the higher-ups. Violating this is punishable by a warning, reduction in pay, suspension of duty, or dismissal. In the event of a warning, not only is the individual expected to submit a formal letter of apology, but pay raises may be delayed, or performance bonuses cut. Then, after a moment, he added,
But I'm on board. I'm sick of all this wandering around anyway. That's the Sasayama I know.
Connor replied with a chuckle. Sasayama gave him a silent thumbs up. The two detectives took up a position on opposite sides of the plaza. Kano called up Sasayama on his cell phone.
You ready?
He asked.
Just give the word.
There were only two non-Japanese people in the nearby crowd. Both were eyeing their surroundings anxiously. Kano was certain that the handoff was about to take place.
Oh. Oh.
And then... Well, look at the menagerie. Toyama's here. Okay, I knew that was going to happen eventually. Well. If it isn't Mr. Toyama. Kano's ears perked up at the sound of an aggressive greeting, the voice dripping with feigned cheer. Oh! Kano, help him! He whirled around to see two rough-looking young men confronting a father and his daughter. Here's where this choice comes into play. The older man looked pained.
Please, just hold on.
He said placatingly.
I thought we agreed on 4 o'clock.
The young man snarled.
Did you try and play dumb with us, buddy?
It's nothing like that, I swear. My girl was just hungry, so I stepped out to...
Yeah, how come you didn't just order delivery, huh?
Ah, yes, right. I suppose that would work too.
Don't you? Me, man.
Kano watched the argument uneasily. The stranger's altercation put him in a bit of a spot. The crook he was tailing probably wouldn't risk hanging up the case with an uproar like this going on.
What's going on over there?
Sasayama asked.
I'm not sure.
Kano replied.
Looks like some kind of argument. Suspects are gonna get wary on us. It's gonna screw up the whole handoff. Yes, I know. So do something about it and get over here.
Sasayama said.
What? Find some way to shut them up and then get over here. Oh, sure. All right.
Kano headed toward the argument. He was only halfway there when Sasayama called again. He sounded panicked.
Hey, Kano! You made a run for it! Huh? Oh, crap.
Man, they've been tailing advantage in the brief time Kano had taken his eyes off him.
Wait up!
Kano shouted. Sasayama was racing after the suspect and Kano rushed to join him. Oh god, okay, we have to fix that choice then. The man was surprisingly quick, however, and neither detective managed to catch up. In fact, they soon lost sight of him amidst the teeming crowds. Frantically, they dashed through the streets as fast as hard as they could.
We lost him.
Sasayama admitted at last.
Damn it!
He stamped his foot on the asphalt in disgust.
Director Kuze?
Kano gasped through the wireless.
I'm sorry, but we lost the man with the attaché case.
There was a heavy sigh on the other end of the line. Kano braced himself. He wasn't just going to be able to weasel out of this one with just an I'll do better next time.
Sasayama, Kano, get your asses back to the precinct. Kuze out.
With that, Kuze switched off the line.
Back to the precinct.
Kano knew full well what that meant. They were off the case. It was annoying in his gut. If those two punks hadn't shown up, no, if the father and his daughter hadn't shown up, he might have been able to do it. But they couldn't because I told him to go there. Ah, jeez.
Don't let it get you down.
Sasayama said.
I mean, paper pushing can be kind of fun.
The look on his face, however, suggested he didn't think it was fun at all. Not one bit. With the air of two men heading to an execution, Kano and Sasayama trudged back to the Shibuya precinct. Bad end.
If only the guy and his daughter weren't there. Stupid advice from fuck berries. God damn it.
You need to get back to the office ASAP. The office? But they'll find me there for sure.
Toyoma's voice was little more than a pathetic whimper.
It's a little bit of reverse psychology. The last place the debt collectors are gonna think you went is back to the office, right? Huh, I see.
Toyoma said. He sounded impressed by the suggestion.
For now, just stay hidden until I can get these articles finished. Alright.
Toyama said weakly. He hung up. Minorikawa let out a deep sigh, then went back to his laptop. Here we go. Ah! Jeez. Now that little detour is done. The two detectives took up position on opposite sides of the plaza. Kano called up Sasayama on his cell phone.
You ready?
He asked.
Just give the word.
There are only two non-Japanese, okay. Kano was certain the handoff was up to take place, and then... Wait, what?! How?! What the fuck?! How does this make any sense? Are you fucking serious? It's all the same. That doesn't make any fucking sense. With the actual fuck. What am I supposed to do? You're fucking kidding me, Eblis. How is Minorikawa not the relevant choice? He's literally telling them where to go. I am completely lost. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Word of advice, if the choice that changed something, the picture was bad, and that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's okay, the timeline works out. It's literally right before that happens. So we would have tried to go home instead of... What the fuck? I'm trying to figure out, okay, the time frame works out.
No, it's not that. It's... No, that's way back there. And why would Kajiwara have to do something? And Tama is like way back here. I haven't even gone further with her. Did Achi? No, that was the gang. Was it here? I'm gonna just try changing this. I'll see without this. They couldn't just leave him like this. But they were in the middle of a job. They should probably call Juvenile Affairs. Part of the Communal Safety Section, which handles crimes pertaining to public decency, finances, pollution, and so on. Juvenile Affairs deals with misconduct and criminal activity involving minors. Since many SOS Brigade members are underage, the Shibuya Precinct's Juvenile Affairs Division had been ramping up its efforts to deal with the gang, although one detective in particular had been using this as an excuse to go on patrol at arcades. Ignoring his duties in order to fill his video game addiction. Kano took out his cell phone so he could call the precinct, but Sasayama stopped him, then showed the two youngsters his badge.
Oh crap, you a cop?
Sasayama nodded.
Who are you kids with?
Okay, this is the same. I think this is the same, isn't it? Okay, that didn't change anything. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. No, because we needed that. And we can't even go forward with hers. Achi? No. Was it earlier with Kano? No, we needed that one. Was it this? Wow, I can't believe I got stuck. Wait, no. It's gotta be in Minorikawa, right? Because he probably talked. Or no, that's a previous time block. Okay. Did he talk to him earlier? No, that's not. But it wasn't a previous time block. With the Osawa choices? Oh, okay, sorry, I guess I was gonna say, this is probably the most annoying bad end in the entire story. Outside maybe the end game, okay. I was relieved because I have no idea what the fuck to do. Lab security? This one had 3 choices. No, this is the one I needed for the cockroach. Oh, okay, so... Okay, that's the previous... Okay, so Tama, no, everything Tama is done. Let's just go through it one by one, because I have no idea what else the fuck I can do. No, that wouldn't have any effect. Would it? No, we need the gang thing, I don't think. And this is like taking place after it. Oh, God. It looks like there's a choice right here. Okay, that's the other one. Right, Eblis, it's the second worst. It's gotta be an Osawa choice somehow? Ugh. God, I just... Damn. Okay. I don't think that's gonna affect anything. I just want to see what this choice is. No, there's no way that could do anything. Okay, now. And this was... No, Osawa's was very insular. Oh God. I did get... That's what it said, to give them better advice. I did, though. I don't understand what else I'm supposed to do. Like, I did give better advice. Is it here? I forgot what this choice was. No, that's the forklift one. outside of his house? I forgot where his house is, Evlis. I'm gonna tell you right now. I just know the office. No. Okay, what is this choice? No, that doesn't look like... Is it this one? Wait. Where in the timeline is this? Let's see, I'm gonna go be here. I gotta say, Evlis, I am so confused.
Look, if you want to talk, we can do it out there.
Osawa's shoved Tanaka out of the bathroom.
Hey, hold on, wait.
With Osawa pushing against his back, Tanaka reached into his suit pocket and fished out his cell phone.
Here, take a look at this.
Huh?
Osawa could never have anticipated we saw on the LCD screen. It was an email from Hitomi. Stifling an exclamation. You scanned the contents of the message. Okay, we saw... Okay, so this isn't affecting anything. This is the message that she sent.
But didn't Hitomi give the kidnapper the ransom?
Osawa said.
What could anyone want with her now?
Tanaka shook his head, uncertain.
He wouldn't know any better than I would, I suppose. Do the police know about this? And if so, why hadn't they said anything?
He felt himself start to tremble as he searched for answers in Tanaka's silent gaze.
Do you think this could be related to that other thing?
I doubt it. If it were, why would they go after Hitomi?
I suppose you're right, but...
Osawa was shaking outright now. Tanaka laid a hand on his shoulder.
First, just calm down and let's think about what we know about the kidnapper.
His composure helped Osawa keep himself under control.
They've taken Maria,
The vice director continued quietly.
along with a ransom of 50 million yen. And now they're after Hitomi.
His gaze sharpened.
Sir, do you think this could be someone who holds a personal grudge against you?
A grudge?
Osawa considered. He couldn't think of anyone who had a reason to attack him. Oh. I has a motive. He'd been too caught up in virus research at his time in school to have formed any hostile rivalries. He didn't have any enemies that he knew of. Maybe someone's jealous that I became head of a laboratory, he suggested doubtfully. He had held his position for years at this point. Why would that spur someone into kidnapping his daughter now?
Has anything happened recently?
Tanaka asked. Anything strange? Oh, this is unchanged? Thank you, Eblis. I didn't remember. And that didn't affect anything. How the fuck are these two different?
Please leave me alone.
He got up to leave the study.
Now would you please leave me alone?
Sir, hold on. There's something I wanted to give you.
Kajiwara reached into his pocket.
I don't need a damn banana.
Well, this can't be it. Osawa fled the room. He needed to be alone, if only for a few moments. But even if he could somehow shake Kajiwara, the other detectives had eyes all over his house. He had reached the limit of his patience. He couldn't even think straight anymore. He headed for the back door, trying to avoid the police. You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me! Oh, God. Wow. Opening the door quietly, he slipped across the yard and out through the back fence. Wow, this did not need to be that annoying. Oh my God. He didn't want to venture too far from the house. He found a towny alley and took cover there, thankful for a few moments to himself at last. While there he caught sight of a man and a young girl, father and daughter, running past on the main road. It looked as if they were running from something. The man glanced anxiously back over his shoulder, dragging his daughter by the hand. It's Tetris all over again, Boy Dweller, yes. Fucking Tetris pieces! Oh, God! Osawa watched absently as the pair rounded a corner and disappeared from sight. It's Tetris pieces all over again, Evlis. I literally look at every single thing in detail, except the one I needed to. Not long after, a pair of thuggish-looking men came running along, heading in the same direction.
You there.
One of them called out.
You see a guy and his daughter around here?
Toyama and his daughter Hana. They're coming to Shoto while running from loan sharks. Just moments ago, Toyama was talking on the phone with Minorikawa.
They should have come by this way.
There was a hint of menace in his voice. Osawa feigned ignorance.
Don't think so, no.
Come on, Yutaro, let's go,
said the older man.
Alright.
Replied the other. The two dashed off in the direction the father and daughter had gone. Osawa took several long, deep breaths. He managed to calm down slightly, but the worry gnawing away inside him still lingered. Son of a bitch. Osawa groaned inwardly when he got back to his study.
You're still here.
Yes, sir. I was told to keep my eyes on you after all.
Believe me, it shows.
Mr. Osawa, if you're going to go outside, I'd appreciate it if you let me know first.
What?
Had Kajiwara realized he snuck out of the house?
But more importantly,
Kajiwara reached back into his suit pocket. Here we go.
I've been meaning to give this to you.
He held out a small plastic bag. So it was a scrap of paper of some sort.
What's that?
Osawa asked.
This is what was clogging the toilet, sir.
With some hesitation, Osawa took hold of the bag.
Huh? That's...
The passenger name. This is Kenji Osawa. Fucking hell. Wait, what? What's going on? So I gave him the... Son of a fucking bitch, I fucking swear. God damn it! This is infuriating! Wow. Wow. And how come it's still at a bad end? Oh, Osawa got undone. Damn. Am I gonna have to go through all of Osawa's shit all over again? Fucking hell. Wow, this is infuriating. Oh my god. Oh my god. The man flashed his look back over his shoulder, then took his daughter by the hand and pulled her off the road. They crouched behind some bushes hiding. As he looked around wild-eyed, he spotted Osawa watching him from the alleyway.
Help!
The man called out.
Help me! Please! If these guys catch me, Oh!
The father's eyes went wide when he got a look at Osawa's face.
You're...
Yep, because he wrote the articles about him.
Huh?
Osawa thought he recognized his fugitive too, though he couldn't remember from where.
There's some real nasty guys after us.
The man said.
I know I have no right to ask you of this, but please at least help me keep my daughter safe. Probably you should go to the police if... No! They won't be able to help me with this. Please, I'm begging you. Help me. I'm sorry, but... Please, if not me, then at least help my daughter.
The man pleaded. Osawa looked down at the girl. And he's gonna think of his own daughters, yet. Unlike her father, she was calm and reserved. She reminded him of Maria, just a little Maria, whatever. He just can't stand idly by. Osawa just couldn't stand idly by. There's a choice here, even, too. He had to help them evade their pursuers.
All right, follow me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
He led the two back to his house and to the store shut out back.
You can lay low here for a while if you like,
He said. The shed was fairly large and there was plenty of space for the man and his daughter.
I'm so sorry.
The man said.
I'm not sure I can possibly thank you. Don't worry.
Osawa closed the shed door and headed back out to look around. God damn it! Fucking hell! No! Okay, so it's still not time yet. Two thuggish-looking men came running up to him. No doubt these were the people that the father and daughter came from.
You there.
Said the one in sunglasses.
You see a guy and his daughter around here? They should have come by this way.
There was a hint of menace in his voice.
A man and his daughter. Oh, yes, I think I saw them run through here.
Which way'd they go?
That way.
Sweet, we almost got him.
The pair sped away. Ah, I see. Osawa waited till they were fully out of sight, then called out to the shed.
All right, they're gone.
The door stayed closed, however.
I'm really sorry.
The man called back from inside.
Those guys might come back this way. Is it okay if we hide out here a little while longer?
He sounded desperate. Pitiful, really. Okay, you guys. Oh god, OBS fucked up. Fucking OBS! Oh guys, what did you miss? Oh no. Wait, how long was it out for? Oh god. Oh. OBS said the stream disconnected. Oh, did you guys miss anything? Did you miss any of the story, or like what happened? I'm sorry. I just want to know if anything was missed. Okay, nothing. Okay, nothing really. Okay, good. Okay, guys, with that, I think we'll put away 428 Shibuya Scramble for a nap for today. Son of a bitch, my god. That was straight up infuriating. Wow. I really thought the whole his house meant Toyama's house. I didn't know it meant the other person's house. Oh, God. Anyway, you guys. Sunday, some more Archinalico. And Tuesday, we continue with this. Until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.